Hi, she's Maria Camila Duarte. And where were you born?
I was born in Bucaramanga.
How long have you been in Bogota?
I have been for 4 years.
Why did you decide to live in Bogota?
I come here to study my career. The education here is better than in my city. Bogota has many colleges and universities.
Okay. Do you live with someone?
No, I live by myself.
What do you miss the most about your hometown?
My family is hard to live alone. I have many responsibilities. I miss the weather, food, and my friends.
Okay. What are the most typical celebration in your city?
The biggest celebration in Bucaramanga is called Feria Bonita. It's a cultural and artistic celebration that takes place in Santander.
What are the most typical dishes in your city?
We have many typical dishes. For example, ants, good, tamales, beef, different kinds of rice.
Okay. What are the typical music in your city?
The typical music in Bucaramanga is guabina.
What is the hardest thing to live in another city?
Get used to other customs, shields, and habits.
Okay. What are the main difference between the people of Bogota and the people of your city?
The people here is very reserved, a little cold. It is difficult to make new friends.
Okay, thank you, Maria Camila. Hi, she's Paula Castelblanco. And where were you born?
I was born in Bogota, but when I was a child, I moved to Tunja, and then I came back here to Bogota.
Okay. How long have you been in Bogota?
I have been here for 2 years.
Why did you decide to live in Bogota?
I moved here for my dad. Uh, he got a job here, so I started my career here.
What do you miss the most about your hometown?
Um, I really miss the peaceful, the fresh air, the nature in my town. Here is so different.
What are the most typical celebration in your city?
I have a celebration in there. It's called Aguinaldo Boyacense. And you can see cultural events and musical performance.
What are the typical dishes in your city?
You can find in there many dishes with chicken, meat, pork, rice, potato.
Okay. What is the typical music in your city?
The most popular music in there is called carranga.
What is the hardest things to live in another city?
I think everything is attitude. Move to other places hard, but it's so interesting that you can know a lot of people and have new friends always. And I really like Bogota, so the experience is great for me.
What are the main difference between the people of Bogota and the people of your city?
Some people is rude with you because you are not from here and you have another ways to see the life and everything. But it's great to know another things and ways to live. So the people here is great.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, good evening. He is Jose Rondon. And where were you born?
I was born in Villavicencio.
Okay. How long have you been in Bogota?
I have here for 1 year.
Okay. Why you decide to live in Bogota?
I come here looking for job and study.
Okay. Do you live with someone?
Yes, I live with an roommate.
Okay. What do you miss the most about your hometown?
The water, Bogota, it's so cool for me. Uh, my friends and the plants with team.
Okay. What are the most typical celebration in your city?
We celebrate in December a festival called Festival de la Cultura Llanera. We always do activities with horses and cows. You can treat a lot of food.
What are the typical dishes in your city?
We have many typical dishes with beef, chicken, rice, with specific kinds of preparations.
Okay. What is the typical music in your city?
The most famous music there is a calle joropo.
Oh. What is the hardest thing to live in another city?
For me, it's to hard make new friends and get used to the habit, food, dress, codes, vocabulary.
Okay. What are the main difference between the people of Bogota and the people of your city?
The people are as their social teams and they have their own codes. So you have do you bets to get in there.
Thank you. Hi, she's Paola Lugo. And where were you born?
I was born in Zipaquira. It is a beautiful town.
How long have you been in Bogota?
I have been here for 2 years.
Why did you decide to live in Bogota?
I come here for my job and my family, but always was an idea to live in Bogota and study here.
Do you live with someone?
Yes, I live with my husband and my son.
What do you miss the most about your hometown?
I really miss the peaceful and my town, the landscapes.
Okay. What are most typical celebration in your city?
We have a very popular celebration in my town is called Festival Cultural Salinero de Zipaquira. We do a lot of cultural and tradition activities.
Okay. What are the typical dishes in your city?
We had a delicious dish there in the called El Plato Minero. This killing of so wet beef, pork, chicken and potato.
What is the typical music in your city?
We don't have an speech music in there.
Uh, what is the hardest things to live in another city?
For me, it's difficult change everything in your life. Living in big city, such as Bogota, is a challenge.
What are the main difference between the people of Bogota and the people of your city?
The people here is always afraid about the other people intentions.
Okay, thank you. Hi, good evening. She's Sara Colmenares, and where were you born?
I was born in Cucuta.
Okay. How long have you been in Bogota?
I have been here for 6 years.
Why did you decide to live in Bogota?
I moved here for my boyfriends and that I got a grad job.
Do you live with someone?
I live with 2 friends.
Okay. What do you miss the most about your hometown?
I miss the water, the different habits, and my weekends here.
What are the most typical celebration in your city?
We have a big celebration. This is called Dia de San Jose. It's a very Catholic celebration, cultural and peaceful.
Okay. What are the typical dishes in your city?
The best dish there is called ayaca. It's delicious. It's hot meat variety.
What is the typical music in your city?
We don't have a specific kind of music. We have folklore and different dances.
What is the hardest thing to live in another city?
If you have a good resources, the life everywhere is good. For me, this is a cool experience. I have been learning it a lot.
Okay. What are the main difference between the people of Bogota and the people of your city?
The people here has a different way though to see things like security, dress codes, relationships. Everywhere. anywhere.
Okay.
No dice nada más.
Thank you, Sara.